Hello and welcome to another week of Griffon Sports Insider presented by Mosaic Life Care. I'm McCutcheon, and I have no idea where Brett Esely was. He said he would be here. He's not here, so hey, I'm going to do the show myself. The show must go on. And it was quite the show for Griffon Football this past Saturday. The Griffons opened the home portion of their schedule and opened Craig Field under the shadows of what will be the new Spratt Stadium against Central Oklahoma. After a tough loss last week, extra motivation for the Griffons in this one. They got all over Central Oklahoma early. They took a 19-0 lead into halftime, then took an early 26-0 lead on their first play of the second half. UCO made a late charge with a pair of TDs and a field goal late, but the Griffon defense held. Mike Jordan sealed it with an interception, his second of the game, and for that, he's your MIAA Defensive Athlete of the Week. And the Griffons pick up their first win of 2015, 26-16 over Central Oklahoma.
Well, I think offensively, was really pleased with the first 2.5 quarters. I think we really moved the ball well. We had over 300 yards at halftime. Had several explosive plays throughout the game. We had 7 plays of 20 yards or more. Obviously, anytime you have 200-yard rushers and a 150-yard receiving guy in one game, that's some pretty productive play. Up to the point where we scored a touchdown and I get 33-3 and have a call back for a holding penalty. I thought we had a tremendous offensive game. This didn't finish. The last quarter and change were bad, honestly, and that part was a little alarming. We did throw for a higher percentage, but we did have some big passing plays. Defensively, I played a good football game against a really good offense. Central Oklahoma had over 500 yards offense the first week. We're really concerned about some of the schematic things they did, and also just the running ability of the quarterback. We were able to contain the quarterback from scrambling around a wild. He did throw the ball pretty effectively, which we tried to make him do. We stopped the running game, had really good play from our secondary. The safeties and the corners had tremendous football games. Obviously, Mike Jordan was given the MIAA Defensive Player of the Week. All 4 linebacking spots played well, defensive line. It was just really a good effort by that club, by our defensive side. Weren't any 3 and outs, that'd be the only negative. Special teams wise was kind of an average day. We missed a field goal. We punted for less than 40 yards. Didn't really make anything happen in that. Overall, anytime you can beat a good football team like Central Oklahoma, you got to be pleased with it. That being said, we got to learn how to finish better. We're kicking their fannies and had it dominated thoroughly. Got a little break maybe with the safety call that kind of swung momentum. It's questionable maybe a little bit. Still about mine as we did throttle them until that point where we let them up. Had 2 penalties at halftime and ended up with 10 total. Had 8 in the second half, and certainly Central Oklahoma rallied hard, but I think we aided them and gave them some space.
Saturday, Missouri Western and Northeastern State. The Griffons have owned the series 5-0 all-time with the average margin of victory a whopping 29 points. Last year, a 30-0 win for Jerry Partridge's squad, but the closest game came 3 years ago. Last time Missouri Western visited Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Joel Rockmore, who is somehow still the Riverhawk running back, went off for 131 yards and 3 touchdowns against a Missouri Western team that would eventually win the MIAA. It wasn't just Rockmore's day or the 14-point win that Coach Partridge remembers, though.
Kind of a great overcast day, the coldest day of the year. Farthest south game we had, but the coldest day of the year. Probably went the wrong route. We stayed in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and went through the mountains, and people were getting car sick. And came in, got cut off by the homecoming parade, and had to back in and out with a bus. Get there, Jay White pukes outside the bus because he got car sick. Start off really fast. Offensively, we moved the ball all day long. Really had a great day. Defensively, we struggled against a team that had been struggling offensively. And Rockmore, the kid that's the star tailback now, had a great game against us. So that's a little concerning. This year, I think they're improved. They went 0 for last year, but week 1 against Pittsburgh, it was 28-14, late third quarter. They had the football. They get called for a fumble where the quarterback, who I admire his toughness, tries to kind of the old tuck rule, try to stop his hand. It really could have been called incomplete pass. It's been called incomplete pass out here. Last week it got called incomplete pass here. And Pittsburgh gets it, scores in the first play. That's 35-14, where easily Northeastern could have ran it and went into the fourth quarter down by 14 with the football. So kind of in that ball game. Fort Hays is 13-13. They have a chance to score late, get stopped, kick it, and Fort Hays pops a 90-something yard touchdown run. They 4 and out and backed up, and they score again. So they've really had a pretty good looking 0-2. I'm sure they're going to be hungry to get off to a great start home on Saturday afternoon on TV. If we take kind of the lackadaisical approach we took into the late third quarter through the fourth, then we'll be in for a ball game.
2:30 kick Saturday in Tahlequah for the MIAA TV Game of the Week. Be sure to check your local listings so you can catch that game on television. Oh, this is awkward. Sorry, but it might be Brett, so I better take it. Hello? Hello? Who is this?
It's me, knucklehead. Where's Brett at?
Brett, I have no idea, Bo. He said he would be here, but he's not, so I'm just handling this thing by myself. Hey, listen, Bo, there's no need to get all total pain about it. Brett's a really busy guy. He has a lot on his plate. You know, I'm sure he's going to show up. I'm sure he's fine.
I'm about to take my anger out on some river hawks.
Well, Bo, you know, I don't think anyone would fault you for that, but you might want to leave a little something for the Griffs.
The Griffs can drive to Tahlequah if they want to, but there won't be nothing left. The Riverhawks forfeit 2-0. Total pain. Ugh.
Stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em. Stick 'em, ha ha ha, stick 'em.
I'm PGA golfer Bryce Garnett.
Grant Fink, Cleveland Indians organization, and I am a Griffin.
Mike Schultz, St. Louis Cardinals organization, and I'm a Griffin.
Greg Zerline, kicker, St. Louis Rams, and I am a Griffin.
Michael Hill, NFL running back, I am a Griffin.
David Bass, Chicago Bears, defensive end, and I am a Griffin.
Well, welcome back to Griffon Sports Insider presented by Mosaic Life Care. Griffon soccer back home this week. They went 1-1 last weekend in Minnesota with a loss at Bemidji State on Friday and a 1-0 win at Minnesota Crookston on Sunday. The Griffons right where they were a season ago. They're 3-1 through 4 games, and for Coach Chad Edwards, that's good enough so far.
It's always an interesting time with your team at the early part of the season when you go on the road. You know, you just never know how they're going to respond. That's a long trip up there, and we actually went through Duluth so we could have dinner with Sarah Lyle's folks, and that was an awesome night for the players. And they got to get on Lake Superior, so we had a little team gathering and so forth, which was cool, and it added a little extra to the trip. So we got in 10 o'clock Thursday night, and you know, I thought the players got up and had a good workout Friday morning, and we really started off well. Just need to be consistent over the 90 minutes, and then unfortunately gave up one with 4 minutes to go in the second extra time. But I was proud of how we competed, and the effort was there, and you know, the execution was solid at times, and other times it could have got better, which you kind of expect, you know, early in the season on the road. But overall, you know, we gave ourselves. I always tell the players, give yourself a chance to win with 10 minutes to go, and we certainly did that. Just couldn't find the game winner, and they did, you know. And you know, what I took away from it is that we can battle with some of the best teams in the region on the road, and now it's just a matter of we can battle with them now. Let's get over the hump and win those games. And then yesterday, I thought, you know, it's always nerve-wracking after a loss on the road, and you know, you have to come out and play less than 48 hours later, and at a place that we've never been to before, and it was windy, and you know, there's a lot of things against us. But I tell the players all the time, you got to find a way, and especially on Sundays, because your energy level isn't going to be as high as it was on Friday, obviously, because your body's a little worn down. But you got to find a way, and not to concede a shot all game. Outside of the penalty kick was a pretty special performance from our kids, and you know, we had lots of opportunities to score. We just gotta finish more, but the opportunities are there, which I like to see. And you know, overall, going 1-1 on the road and your first road trip isn't a horrible thing. And now, yeah, like you said, we're right where we were last year, and let's hope that we have a better end of the September than we did last year. Obviously, arch rival, and we have yet to beat them. You know, and that's obviously a big thing out there for our players. And you know, anytime you play in the league, it's a special game, but obviously a little bit more special when Northwest comes to town. And so I know our kids will be ready. I know we're going to have a great week of training and preparation, which they have the last couple of weeks as well. And now it's a matter of who's going to execute better for 90 minutes on Friday afternoon. Certainly excited for the challenge that they present, and they're always well coached, well organized, and play really hard. And it's a great challenge for our kids, and couldn't be more excited about having it at home. And yeah, it's a little different just because it's not considered a league game, but in my eyes it is. It's still a regional game. It's still very important, just like all the other 17 are. So certainly fired up about where we're at as a group, and we can always, obviously get better, and we will this week, and hopefully we'll be good enough to win on Friday. Come Sunday, Lindenwood started off well. That's going to be another really good challenge for us, and that's what I love about the league is week in and week out you're going to be challenged, and you're going to have to execute at a high level in order to win, and that's all you can ask from a coach and an athlete, is that you're going to be challenged every week, because at the end of the day that's what it's all about, and out executing somebody that's really good and winning those games. And we have the talent. It's just a matter of can we execute at a high level in these type of ball games.
I still have no idea where Brett Esely is, but we do know where Griffin Volleyball is right now, and that's the same place that the team was last season through their first 8 matches. They will put a 6-game winning streak on the line this weekend when the team hosts the MIAA GAC crossover. Here's Coach Marion Carbon.
The teams that were on our schedule have given us some opportunities to be young and make some mistakes and still be able to work through them and come out with some wins. And so that's been really good for us. It's been good for our confidence, the confidence of our young players to be able to work through some of their mistakes without, having it, cost us wins. Last year, one of the things we did really well was we consistently had 4 players in double-digit kills at the end of every game, and we need to get to that point. We're closer than we were in week 1. I think this weekend we consistently had 3 in double-digit kills, and it was a different 3, with the exception of Jesse being one of those double-digit kill people. It was a different. The other 2 were different every time. So Shelby Taylor was there quite a bit. Rachel Fredericks was there, providing some offense. Lindsay Partridge was there. And then whoever our other outside. Blair Russell played on Friday, and then had some back stuff, and so then Ashley Maynard played on Saturday. But I think whoever that other outside is needs to consistently give us double-digit kills and then get some contributions from our middle and the right side. Our defense has definitely been a bright spot for us, and I've talked about it before. We've got 3 really strong young players. Kayla Ruff, Audrey Kime, Amanda Dalby have all been playing really well. And the more that they play together, the better our defense is going to get. And so, we think it's been great through 8 games, but I think by game 20, 25, we're going to be even better. So it certainly, will bode well for us late in the season. And late in the season, as scouting reports get better, our offense may find it harder to get kills, and so that's when we'll really need our defense to be solid. Henderson and Oklahoma Baptist have both played some conference opponents, so we'll be able to scout them a little bit from those matches. But I think they're both winnable. I think Henderson will have some height. They've got a new coach, so they might be, still trying to figure out their system, and they will probably get better as the weeks go by. And so I don't think their record is indicative of what we might see this weekend. And then Oklahoma Baptist, had a good season last year and hasn't probably gotten off to the start that they would have liked or that we would have expected them to, but I think they're going to be a good opponent. Again, I think they're going to give us chances to win if we take advantage of them. So we're looking for 2 wins on Friday in front of our home fans for the first time.
When you have Missouri Western on your chest, you feel like you're unbeatable.
Missouri Western, to me, it's proved as a big checkered flag for me. It means a lot because it's the end of the road. It's the most important place for me. It's forever. It'll be the most important place for me because it's not about where you start. It's where you finish. And I'll be a Griffin for my whole life.
This is everything. This is everything. It's not going to define who you are as a person 20 years from now. It's not. But it's everything right now. It is everything right now. It's going to come down to the finite and minute details. You got to know, we're not sitting here and we're not going to play soft. The most passionate team, the team that's come to give everything they've got. The matchups are too close. The matchups are too close, so it comes down to who's willing to get on the floor, who's willing to hit somebody. You're going to remember how hard did I play in the playoffs to get me to the next game. How much did I give tonight to get me to the next game? You got to believe in each other, support each other, play for each other.
Griffon Tennis opened their fall season with strong play at the Baker Invitational. Yasmin El Ghazi battled back to win the B singles bracket, and Joanna Abreu-Roman earned her first win as a Griff. Sean Becker's leading the program this year after coming to St. Joseph from Philadelphia University.
Yeah, moving halfway across the country from Philadelphia to here, big change, and it was purely tennis and career opportunity and, interacting with a new set of student athletes. I know I can't come in and rock the ship right away. At the end of the day, with the group I'm inheriting, it's been tough 4 years. It's not a comfortable situation to be in as a player. I got to give them so much credit for sticking it through, because at my former school, some players dropped off in the transition. Allowing them to help me acclimate to the situation here, seeing what they're used to, and then kind of adapting my coaching philosophy and, my habits and my approach on top of that. Because, this whole coaching thing, there's no one right way or wrong way to do it. There's adaptations and improvements to be made, and that's all you can look for as a coach coming into a situation like this.
Coach Becker and his team will get plenty of time to bond on the road this year. No fall matches for the team. They do return to action on September 30th at William Jewell. Well, time now to turn to the Mosaic Minute. This week, part 3 of our series on concussions, as we take a look at playing through and battling with concussions.
We're all taught as athletes that you're supposed to be tough, you're supposed to play through things. It's a lot different when it comes to the brain.
The thing with concussion is that there's not an obvious injury that's visible. There's no cast or splint. There's no set of crutches that goes along with it. It's an injury that you have to just accept, and that can be hard for coaches and parents when their son or daughter looks 100% physically, but we know that mentally they're not there.
So it's important that they take care of themselves, because you only get one brain. We can't go in and undo what's already been done.
There's a rare but catastrophic syndrome that can occur called the second impact syndrome, which can lead to catastrophic consequences, death, paralysis, and long-term brain damage if a concussed athlete sustains a second impact before their previous concussion had a chance to heal.
If in doubt, get checked out.
Well, thank you very much. Great advice there from Andrew Mead, the doctors, and all others on dealing with concussions. I really wish I knew where Brett Esely was. Man, did I miss an email or something? What did he...
Hawaii next week, right?
Hawaii,
That's
yeah,
what I thought.
As long as I can wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Well,
Brett, I hope you're enjoying the beach. I'm certainly enjoying myself here in front of this black curtain. And Griffon Nation going to enjoy themselves this weekend. A lot to see on campus, a lot to see on TV this week. Griffon soccer in action Friday at 2:30 against Northwest. If you can't turn out for that one, I don't know what you will be at. Griffin Volleyball also on campus Friday. They play Henderson State and Oklahoma Baptist, a doubleheader at 4 and 7 on Friday. Then 4 matches, Missouri Western not playing in any of these, but 4 matches in the Fieldhouse on Saturday as well. Also Saturday, Griffon Football on the road, 2:30 kick at Northeastern State. Again, that's the MIAA TV game of the week. Check your local listings, and I'm sure you'll be able to find that one on TV. As always, wear gold and go Griffs.